from Los Angeles, California, with the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hello there, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who has no pants or undies on and is currently playing whack-a-mole with his boner. That's Geoff Clark.
What's up, y'all?
And beaming to us from the jail at the Eagles Stadium, the battery-chucking, hoagie-sucking, wah-wah junkie known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo.
So, gentlemen, how were your Thanksgivings? Geoff, I know you barfed, and Shuddy, I'm sure you ate a big old plate of boogers.
No, did not eat any boogers for Thanksgiving. Just the fried turkey.
Oh yeah, you fried one.
Well,
No.
Well, yeah. I mean,
You didn't burn down Quakerstown?
no, because it essentially air fried.
Oh yeah, that's
Remember
right.
we went over this? Because I have a feeling I would be one of those people that would, in fact, cause a gigantic oil fire.
Yeah. All right, well,
So
no boogers for Shuddy.
turkey came out bomb as always, though. My mom really brought it with the sides, so it was a solid Thanksgiving. Fortunately, the Commanders didn't beat the Cowboys, and whoever the 49ers play, Seattle didn't beat the Niners either, but otherwise it was good.
Well, that's because, as I accurately predicted, the Cowboys are going to go to the Super Bowl. Remember?
No, nope. First of all, shut your fucking mouth. Don't ever say that terrible thing in the presence of Geoff or I. But you picked the Vikings to go to the Super Bowl from the NFC.
Did I?
Yep. Vikings and the Dolphins, to be exact.
If the playoffs started tomorrow, the Vikings and Dolphins would be in it. Dolphins are actually a pretty high seed.
I really picked this just like completely fucks me up because I could have sworn I picked the Cowboys because Dan Marino was in Ace Ventura, but then that's the Dolphins, right?
Yep, it's exactly why you picked the Dolphins. That was the reason you picked the Dolphins.
Well, shit. Okay.
I don't remember what reason you used to pick the Vikings, but yes, that was the reasoning you used to pick the Dolphins.
Oh, I have no idea. Fuck me. Geoff, did you barf on your turkey?
I didn't barf on my turkey, but my barfing did lead to an early exit from my Thanksgiving party that I went to. My brother's girlfriend hosted Thanksgiving, and it went from 12 people to 20 people to 30 people. There was 30 people that I shared Thanksgiving dinner with.
Was that known ahead of time, or did a whole bunch of surprise people show up and were like, "Fuck, there's no food for you"?
A bunch of no, it was known ahead of time, but the 30 confirmations we got were only a couple days before before Thanksgiving.
I would be like, okay, if you RSVP'd to Thanksgiving that close to the day, you bring your own food and you eat that. Because I feel like it's hard to, on the fly, adjust for like an influx of a whole bunch more people.
Especially, like, I started thawing my turkey on Saturday for Thursday, or on Sunday for Thursday. So if you're already halfway through defrosting a turkey for X number of people, and then you have to add on 10 more fucking grubby mouths.
Yeah. So that's not exactly what happened, because out of the 30 people, 4 of them were white, 1 was Paul, and then 25 are Mexican. So they have their own, why I say that, so they have their own like way of doing things. So they all brought food actually.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, everyone brought something. We did my team did a hell of a job though for Thanksgiving. We did the Popeyes Cajun turkey.
Oh my God.
We did. Yep, we did. We did a great job with the Popeyes turkey.
I'll shout out the people that cooked here in a second. Don't worry. What were you going to say, Kevin?
You mean
piece of shit. It was going to be aggressive. I knew it.
So on your way to a Thanksgiving gathering, you stopped at a fast food place?
He pre-ordered it. He told us this last week. We talked about this.
Yeah, I'm
trying to paint the story here,
I went
Shuddy.
to Popeyes and got a whole bunch of. I got like 3 buckets, because we had 30 people.
I hope you guys like chicken nuggets. Someone stopped at McDonald's.
Ooh, did you guys see the commercials? They have 5 new chicken wing flavors at Popeyes. Hope you're hungry.
Oh, fuck. They only gave me 2 sweet and sours, though, so make them last.
Yeah. No, dude, you can buy a turkey from Popeyes. It's only like, I think it's like $60, which I guess is kind of pricey, but it was fucking delicious. It really was. So,
how big of a turkey was it?
It says it feeds like 13. And because of all the other food at the party, and because like I think most of the other people at the party don't really fuck with turkey, we brought a lot of it home actually. So, but it was still delicious. I went and purchased the turkey, but I didn't do any fucking cooking. You guys kind of know that. My girlfriend's staying with me, and she banged out.
Ooh, we're calling her that now, huh?
Yes.
Cat's out of the bag. Ooh.
Last week she was just you had a guest. This week she's your girlfriend. I like the change.
After the pumpkin pie tiramisu she made, I had to bump her up. She made apple pie, tiramisu, mashed potatoes, and her and my brothers did the turkey, mac and cheese, cornbread stuffing, and cranberry. I made several trips to the grocery store and did a bunch of dishes to try to make up for my lack of effort on the cooking front. So, but everything we made turned out great. And, but the fucking dinner, it was a unique experience in the sense that we didn't start eating until fucking 5:30, 6 o'clock. We got to my brother's girlfriend's at like at 1 o'clock, 1:30. And we were told that dinner was going to start at 3 because I don't know how you guys do it, but every Thanksgiving dinner I've ever had started in between 2 or 3, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, usually pretty early.
Is that the same for you guys?
I think this year we started a little late and we were at like 4 p.m.
We're usually later. I had dinner scheduled for 5, but things were not ready on time, so we didn't eat till 5:30.
Oh, that's strange. So my thinking for the early dinner time is that you're going to eat several different meals. You're going to go for seconds, and you're going to it's going to be like an all day eating thing.
First, I'm going to eat first Thanksgiving. Then I'm going to piss.
Yeah, dude.
Then I'm going to take a shit. Then I'm going to walk little mama. Then I'm going to get second Thanksgiving. Then dessert. And then third Thanksgiving. Bowl. Take another shit.
That's pretty much, yeah. I do pretty much have like 3 plates of Thanksgiving food and then 2 plates of desserts. That's fair. But because we started a little bit later, I was fucking starving by the time these people, my brother's girlfriend's family showed up, and I couldn't wait any longer. And they were just like, yeah, go ahead and eat. And I felt like an idiot eating like before people showed up, and they all showed up like as I'm sitting there eating my fucking food. So like,
did you feel shamed?
Yeah, I kind of did feel shamed.
Don't look at
I
me.
was like, here we go. I'm the fucking fat kid again.
Eating fucking
Just
pumpkin pie by the fistful. No one look.
and I thought because I crammed so much Thanksgiving food into my belly in such a short period of time to make up for the fact that I didn't have as much like time to eat all the food that I wanted, but I had to eat the same amount. I thought that's what contributed to my sickness, but I ended up having to leave the Thanksgiving party way early because I was fucking puking. And I thought it was because of like either like maybe food poisoning, maybe all the different food that was there. I ate something that was cooked, fucked up or wrong.
Weed
But
lean.
that clearly wasn't the case because I was the only person to puke. Some of the other things on the menu included chicken mole, tamales, tostadas, ham. There was a whole fucking ham there.
An
What
entire
else?
ham.
Yeah, right, rice, beans, So I think
Cheese
maybe
and ham sandwich.
Pozole was there.
Cheese
So,
and ham
yeah.
sandwich.
Mexican Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, and it just didn't sit well with me, and I ended up fucking
Corn
puking. And
maki chew.
they did this thing where I guess it's a Thanksgiving tradition at my brother's girlfriend's house where they go around the table and everyone says what they're thankful for.
Yeah,
And
I've heard of that one.
Holy shit, did I bomb my speech? It was terrible.
Oh my god! So I'm thankful for I guess sports and
Vietnamese coffee
honestly,
houses.
wet melons.
I was going to say anything you guys say is probably going to be better than what I said or less cringy than what I said. But I missed like the first couple thankful speeches because I was puking and
So you didn't know what the format should be? You weren't.
no, I knew the format because I came in and saw I saw the template of what was to be said. But
I'm thankful
brother-
for OnlyFans. Has anybody said that yet?
Cheech and my girl were saying that you could hear me puking in between this is what I'm thankful of.
That does not shock either of us based on what we know about how you puke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're a very
Yeah,
Geoff
imagine
is,
that.
for people that are
Imagine
casual.
hearing me, Ralph.
People that are casual listeners of the show, Geoff is a decibel shattering barfer.
Yeah, dude, my chest still hurts because I pretty much scream when I puke, and I do it involuntarily. I don't know.
I wish we knew the episode number off the top of our heads that they could reference. But there is an episode we have audio of him violently vomiting.
Blarg!
It's fucking gross.
Yeah.
But anyways, so when I got out of the bathroom after Paul was me, and I had to give what I'm thankful for. And what I said I'm thankful for all the food that we got. I'm thankful for being able to spend this Thanksgiving with a bunch of people. And then I mentioned I'm thankful for all the diversity that's in this room. And that might have been, and sometimes there's been a couple of times where I've thought about saying that and I've kind of just screamed. Like I try to scream that memory out of my head. It was so embarrassing. It was so bad. And my brother did a kind of look when I said that, okay. Oh man.
I'm thankful
I was fucking
I'm thankful for, all you Mexicans and
yeah, dude. It's pretty much
bitch ass Paul over there, he's Asian. I'm
It
white.
was like a cringy political speech. I love all the diversity in this room.
Any fucking are there any fucking
in case anybody heard that I work for a conservative news source, I want them to know that I'm not all like
that's not
that.
me. That's my Monday through Friday, but that's not me on the holidays.
any fucking black dudes hiding around here? And we got one under the table or something?
I'm thankful for your Mexican fare tamales. I don't remember what else that I said. I remember diversity. I remember the look on my brother's face.
And then you blacked out and kept talking?
I blacked out. I know I wrapped it up pretty quickly afterwards. It wasn't I didn't really go off teleprompter or improvise much from there, but
Yeah.
it was real bad. I mean,
Oh,
and I
let's see what else.
apologize
I'm
to
thankful
my
for
brother.
Crawfish and shrimp. Itafui.
I apologize to my brother's girlfriend, maybe my brother's girlfriend's mom. It was not a great moment. I was pretty embarrassed by that, but
I'm interested
otherwise,
in hot dogs of different nations.
There's diversity, Jeff.
otherwise, the Thanksgiving was a lot of fun. Food was delicious. It was unfortunate that I got sick. I thought it was like a food poisoning or food not sitting well with me. And I was recently talking about how I don't like. I have a very strong stomach. Like I can eat. I can I can ingest a lot of different fucking foods and not puke it back up, and I
Well,
just
that
jinx
and
myself.
also you are notorious for going to fast food places, driving home, and filming them for a snack attack. So you'll go through a drive-through, you'll get like a new Carl's Jr. sandwich, drive all the way home, then start setting up your equipment, then you'll like walk little mama, then you'll smoke a bowl, and then you'll babble for like 5 minutes in the video before you even try the food. And by the time you eat it, I think the FDA would advise you to throw it out, and you just fucking eat it, and your asbestos stomach just dissolves it with no issue.
Yeah, never have a problem. I've gotten better about that. I set up my recording equipment before I go to the fast food, but yeah, that is pretty much how I operate. Um, Yeah, no, I thought it's something just sat wrong with me, but turns out I'm just sick. Like it went from puking Thanksgiving to like snotting, sneezing, mucusy all of Friday, Black Friday. Saturday, I had more of like a traditional like fever and just like headache, body ache. Yesterday was a little bit better. Maybe it was like football and the pulled pork that my lady made. She made pulled pork with 3 different barbecue sauces. Fucking 3. I was blown away.
She got a packet from McDonald's, from Arby's, and from Chick-fil-A.
They're all different regions. There was one was Kansas City, other was South Carolina, other was North Carolina. I was impressed. So maybe that lifted my health and spirits a little bit, but now I feel like shit again. It sucks. You know who I'm blaming? I'm blaming fucking Arts. I think it was Arts' wedding.
Yeah, I mean,
You didn't feel sick afterwards? Did we find out how Ginger and Mike are feeling? I could text them. My phone's over there.
I haven't heard any
Anyone else get
updates from
sick?
them. I was, I've had the sniffles and been a little congested for a minute. I don't know, a couple shows, and it's finally gone, but it was one of those colds that sort of wore out its welcome. But it never got to the point where I was debilitated or barfing, especially. I did not barf. But, I mean, that was kind of the things when I was very nervous about Arts' wedding. It's like, oh, cool, a wedding the week before Thanksgiving. Like, everybody I've talked to in the past few months, because it must be wedding season or some shit, because I've known so many people that have gone to weddings, and every single one of them got COVID after.
Yeah.
So I was happy
I've
to
heard
learn.
a couple of this too.
When Arts was giving us a heads up that the entirety of the wedding was outside, I was like, oh, awesome. And I'm not going to lie, when that big giant tarantula joint started going around the table, part of my impetus to take a tokel of it was, maybe, making out with everybody at this table a week before Thanksgiving is not the best idea. That, and I have the fucking tolerance of an undercover FBI narc. So I was happy with my shitty dad weed pre-roll joints that were getting me nice and toasted. But I also was like, obviously I don't give a flying fuck about getting COVID again. I've already gotten it a few times, and I got my shit handled. I got my shots. I've gotten it. Never been.
You're triple boosted, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I might be. But like, you know, the times
Cupcake hates you.
the times I've gotten it have been super duper mellow. It's just the only times I don't want to get it is when it can fuck with something that I have planned. Like I obviously didn't want to fuck up the movie. I didn't want to get it and give it to my.
You try to get it before the movie, right? So you can just get it out of the way.
Yeah, and that didn't work. And you know, I also didn't want to have to miss Thanksgiving or go to Thanksgiving and then get sick while I'm there and be like, oh shit, now I just fucking gave it to everybody here, including my 85-year-old grandma. So I was trying to be a little bit more careful, but we never went indoors, really. So the only thing I can think of if you got sick from the wedding was sharing a doobie with somebody.
Well, I don't know. My lady, we took her to get a COVID test 'cause she felt like shit afterwards, and she was like super nervous that she had it, and turns out she didn't, because if she had tested positive, that was Wednesday. We weren't going to go to the Thanksgiving with 30 people and a bunch of old ladies, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. So she got sick as well. She thinks it could have been from the wedding. Maybe it was from her traveling. Like both are just germ pools or cesspools, you know, planes and Thanksgiving or excuse me, wedding parties. But I don't know. That's why I asked you guys. Maybe one of you guys got sick during the wedding.
Is she on the mend? Is she doing better, or are you both still fucked up?
Yeah, she's fine.
Because we were gonna do the you eating the rotten fish today, but if you're already barfing, that kind of ruins. It's like putting a hat on a hat. You're already sick. I'm not gonna make you fucking sick again.
I can't really smell, but I feel like I would be able to smell that.
No, I bet. You know? I'm confident you smell.
Whatever. Fuck it. I'm not gonna change that. How was your Thanksgiving, dude?
Mine was fine. You know, I went to San Diego for a while. It was pretty uneventful. My grandma is in town. She's been in San Diego for about a week and a half, and she's not going home until December 27th. So I wanted to spend more time with her. Like my trips to San Diego for Thanksgiving, excuse me, are usually a bit shorter, but I made it a longer trip to spend more time with her because she's, you know, like I mentioned last week, you know, she's going through the ringer. My fucking uncle is still missing, and that's got her really fucked up. Like, she even mentioned, like, she's like, I'm pretty sure he's dead somewhere, and we just haven't found his body. And I was like, oh, fuck. And like we were.
Is that? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
We were driving home from dinner one night, and she just started crying in the car. And I look over, and she was just like, I miss him so much. Like talking about my grandpa who just died. So she's, you know, dealing with her husband of 63 years being gone, and her son missing, who she thinks is fucking dead. And you know, she just face planted a few months ago. Knocked a bunch of her fucking teeth out and split her lip straight up to her nose. Broke her finger, sliced her finger open. I mean, I'll put a picture up on my Instagram later because we did one of our textbook goofy face pictures that we do whenever we get together. And it healed up really well. Like, if I wasn't looking for it, she almost looks like she got a little bit of one of those Kardashian fucking lip injection things. Like, she looks like she got a little bit of plastic surgery because one side of her lip's still a little
Botox?
puffy. Yeah. But outside of that, you would never know. But she was like, watch this. And she took my hand and she ran it over the scar. And it is pronounced. It's like a marble in there.
Like scar tissue almost?
Yeah. So she's been putting this stuff on it to try and, I guess, when you get it on like while the scar is still healing, it's supposed to shrink it a little bit more.
What is it? Is it like cocoa butter?
No, I think it's specifically marketed scar cream. Like, it was stuff that I should have been putting on my thumb, and I didn't. But even my thumb, like for, I don't know, a good 8 months, it was still sensitive to touch. And she split that motherfucker through and through. It was a clear fucking flap on her face. And, you know,
yeah, my grandfather.
She had to get shit implants put in her fucking, where the roots were, because the dentist, I guess, in Florida told her that they took the roots out, and she went to a different dentist in New Jersey, and they were like, Yeah, these fucking idiots left the roots in. They told you to take the roots out, and your roots are still fucking in there. So they had to like cut her gums open and pull. Like she's been through the fucking ringer, man. And
Did she get anesthesia for that, or was it just Novocaine? Was she still awake for that?
I didn't ask. But yeah, she's been going through it, and her and I, she's like my second mom. When I was growing up, I lived in the same house with her until we were 13, and while everybody's out at work and I have the summers off from school, it was her and I, goofing off, watching Price is Right. So it's tough watching her go through that at 85.
I got a similar thing going on. My grandmother got rushed to the hospital the day before Thanksgiving. She's not rushed to the hospital. She's in a nursing home. And she got pneumonia, and the nurse was like pretty concerned that it was, I was going to be pretty much it. And my grandmother signed like, I think it's called a DTR, do not resuscitate. Like she doesn't want to be on like a ventilator or like anything to keep her alive, like on a machine. Like if anything, she's just going to go. Right. So, it was trending towards like my grandmother was going to die Thanksgiving. She's actually pulled out of it since, but like, I don't know, it sucks. She really has no quality of life. She can't really talk anymore. She can't talk anymore. She doesn't even eat. Like she drinks. Like all of her meals are like puree.
Oh, I thought you said she drinks. Like, she doesn't eat. She just parties.
No. Like all of her meals are
resigned herself to liquid lunches.
Yeah, no. She just can't eat anymore. So it's all like, shut up, Siri. Puree or whatever. So thankfully she's now stable and all right, within the grand scheme of things, or I don't think she's going to pass in the next couple of days, but yeah, I got a scare with that shit.
Man, well, I'm glad she got through it. Fuck.
But yeah, I got a pretty similar relationship with her as you do with your grandma. Like my parents were split when I was like 0 to 4, and I lived with my grandmother. Me and my mom lived with my grandmother, and a lot of my like tastes and interests are really the same as my grandmother. My grandmother loves sports and gambling. So I picked that up at an early age, obviously.
Well, before we move on, let's have a real quick discussion. Potentially piss some people off. Real quick. Best Thanksgiving side, worst Thanksgiving side.
For generally speaking?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have any bad sides. I've curated it down to all the acceptable ones.
Yeah, I'll say green bean casserole because that's something that we've cut out of the menu a while ago. I agree with Shuddy. All my stuff is pretty.
What about
pretty tight?
Thanksgiving goulash.
Hate Thanksgiving goulash. Mac and cheese, I'd say would be the best, but that's because I eat like a fucking 11-year-old still.
No mac and cheese at my Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we don't have it at mine either. I know that's a really popular one, but that's never been worked into the rotation in my family. And
interesting.
I feel like I've been denied. I feel like I've been missing something my entire life.
A writer at Outkick had the idea or the take that mac and cheese wasn't a Thanksgiving side. And I thought it was ridiculous. And I thought I was going to be able to bring it up with you guys and we would agree to this. But you agree with the Outkick writer.
We'd laugh at this guy all together as one big happy family.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I never.
Man, what's your guys' beef with Thanksgiving mac and cheese?
I have no beef with mac and cheese. It's just not something that growing up traditionally was a Thanksgiving side, so it's never been a real part of it.
I'm a Shuddy. I mean, my last name is Kraft. I'm genetically predispositioned to love mac and cheese. It's just never. I mean, I'm kind of a simple bitch. Like My aunt and my family in general, for every Thanksgiving I've ever been a part of, they always nail the gravy. No matter who's making it, the gravy is always bomb. So good fucking turkey Thanksgiving gravy with some mashed potatoes, that is perhaps my most bonerific Thanksgiving side. But the loose veggies, like fucking green beans, I eat them because I'm fucking old and I need to get vitamins in me somehow. So I force myself to eat the less desirable sides, like the fucking steamed carrots and green beans. But fuck,
I love green beans in general. So
they
green
remind you
bean
of
casserole,
big long boogers.
not something that is part of our Thanksgiving. Luckily, my AirPods stopped sending sound to me, so I didn't hear what terrible thing you said about me. So
I said you like green beans because they remind you of big long boogers.
Green beans don't taste anything like boogers. There's absolutely no correlation between the two.
You're gonna make Geoff yak.
I
Thinking
take
about
your
the
word
taste of
for it.
boogers.
I mean, sweet potato casserole is probably now as an adult, it's probably my favorite Thanksgiving side. Because my mother fucking loads it up with cinnamon and sugar.
Ooh, there you go.
Like no matter
Sweet,
where
you said sweet potato?
Yeah, yes. So that's my go. I also very much like canned cranberry sauce.
Yeah, you know what? I fuck with it too. I see that catches a lot of stray shots on social media, but I'll take a little scoop of that and I'll just fucking mash it into the stuffing, or maybe, use a piece of turkey and tongue dart a blob of cranberry juice, and then I'll eat it.
Using the cranberry, using the turkey like a piece of naan, right? Like you're like a piece of pita.
No, literally like ew with the turkey.
Oh, you just stab it into the.
Yeah, I tongue dart that motherfucker. I'll take a can. I'll cut the lid off, and I will straight up make that fucking can of cranberry sauce my fleshlight.
Dude, I feel like I'm the only one who wanted cranberry sauce. My brother made homemade cranberry sauce, and I was like the only one that was like into it or even brought it up. He kind of did it reluctantly, and I'm cool with the canned cranberry sauce. I like it. I don't know.
My dad made a homemade cranberry relish, and they specifically brought a can of the jellied cranberry sauce for me. And I'm the only one that has eaten it. And I've been eating it with my leftovers every day.
Dude, I do like cranberry, but I've had some good cranberry sauce like from the grocery store down the street, and my uncle, when he did Thanksgiving, did like homemade cranberry sauce. And I like homemade as well.
I have made homemade cranberry sauce, and it is delicious. For ease and just because it's not a popular thing at dinner, there's nobody's arguing over who's getting the last bit of cranberry sauce. It's just pick up a can, and I am completely happy with it. Like, I have no issues whatsoever.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do this year. I was like, we talked about the sides we're gonna make or what we're gonna bring to the table. And no one mentioned cranberry sauce. Like, well, what the fuck? I want some cranberry sauce. Like, oh, we're gonna make cranberry sauce too. I was like, it's all good. I'll just go buy a can. We'll have a can opener, right? Someone just crack open the can.
I don't think I've ever eaten anything but the canned stuff. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Well, last question for the room before we move on about this past week. Do you guys fuck with Black Friday in any capacity?
I mean, not since the invention of the internet.
Not anymore. So COVID really threw a wrench in my Thanksgiving / Black Friday shopping.
Because you used to run and throw elbows at people and shit, right?
You used to get the new iPhone every Black Friday, I thought.
Yep. Or every Thanksgiving night, Black Friday. Yes, you are 100% correct. And when that stopped,
that's my favorite shutty tradition.
I stopped doing that. And I almost, watching the Thanksgiving football, Verizon almost reeled me in on an upgrade. Almost got me. And then when I went to redeem it on Black Friday and couldn't find it, and then found it and read the fine print, they lost me. Because all they kept advertising was trade in new or existing customers, trade in any iPhone, get an iPhone 15 Pro, an iPad, and an Apple Watch on Verizon.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck yeah. You had to get a new line. So I would have had to change my phone number.
Fucking got you.
Yep.
Fucking got you.
I thought about it for a half second. I'm like, oh, that is just too much work to let everybody know that my cell phone number is different.
I've had the same cell phone number since I was 21.
I've had the same
20.
I've had the same cell phone number since I started the getting a new iPhone on Thanksgiving tradition 6 years ago. That was the first time I changed. I wasn't about to do it again.
Yeah. Well,
but I did go out shopping on Friday. I met up with Sharon and Michaela, and it was a shit show. There were so many people out, and I just met up with them to go to TJ Maxx and buy a new pair of joggers.
Were people beating down the doors of a TJ Maxx? Is that a thing that happens?
Well, I mean, it was noonish when we went, but it was a fucking mob scene of middle-aged women.
Yeah, I feel like they're the group that hasn't gotten the memo about the internet yet. Like, even fucking Amazon and like every big online retailer, they have their Black Friday deals starting at like Monday. And then today is Cyber Monday, which when I first started using the internet, that meant a completely different thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyone want
Cyberman? It was on, and you only go to Yahoo chess games for that.
Anyone want a cyber? ASL.
ASL.
Man, that was. I think I tried cybering once, and I think I'm as bad at it as I am in real life. Like, that's one area where I just don't really have the imagination. It's just like, all right, so we're not actually going to really have sex right now. So we're going to pretend, which I'm already completely deflated. Not talking about my penis, but I guess I kind of am.
Did you say you're as bad at cybering as you are in real life? Is that what you said?
That is what he said. That is what he said. I'm probably as bad at cybering as I am at real sex. Like,
oh no, I hit the table. Now there's a
buzz.
Let me clarify.
I
apologize.
We're all spilling the beans here, huh?
I apologize. What I meant to say was I'm as bad at cyber sex as I am at phone sex.
Like, gotcha.
Because I mean, it all just sounds so fucking stupid to me. Like, whether I'm typing it out, which I guess I would prefer, being that it gives me more time to think, so I'm not going and spinning my tires between, be like, oh, now I'm honking your tit. Like, it's just like, and then, ooh, yeah, honk my tit. No, you're not. That's not a fucking real ooh, yeah. It's a fake one. What are we doing here? Who are we fooling? I'm not fooled. You're not fooled. I'll send you a picture of my dick. You send me a picture of your kuchana. We'll both whack off separately, and we'll make this cooler next time we see each other in person. I don't know. Cyber sex, can't do it. I don't know the format. I don't understand it. I'm going to just jump to straight to my penis is now in your vagina. Here we go. Party time, baby. Woo! I jizzed. Kevin has...
What are you telling me your dick is big as Stifler's?
Kevin has left the chat. I don't know, man. I can't do it. I can't do phone sex.
Okay. What a weird tangent to go on while we're talking about shopping.
I know. I actually had a girl one time, like, ask me to do phone sex. And I think there was maybe 2 interchanges before she was like, you know what? This is a bad idea. Let's move on. Like, you're just fucking terrible at this. Uh,
I'm drying up now.
Congrats. I'm no longer interested in real life sex with you anymore.
Yeah, that is kind of a concern about cyber sex. Is like, what
Yeah.
if? Wait a minute, I don't want to ruin my real life chances.
Yeah. It's like, okay, we're now doing our fantasies. We're cyber sexing. We're trying to, be naughty and filthy. And Kevin just wrote, I just came all over your face. Yeah, this is over. You and I are done. Goodbye. Fucking guy's typing out that he wants to giz on my face. But yeah, my Black Friday was all done online. I bought 3 things, and they were $10 each. I just got 3 Blu-rays. You want to take a guess
Have I
at what they
gone
were?
robotic yet?
No, you haven't.
I put a new MacBook dongle in my cart and didn't realize that I didn't check out today. Thank God there's still Cyber Monday, so I can save the $7.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Yeah, I have a theory that I was hoping you guys would clean this up for me, but I have a theory that the Black Friday in-store deals and sales are actually like a lot better than online.
Interesting.
No, I don't think they are because
not?
there's more overhead. They also don't really. They don't open at fuck o'clock in the morning like they used to.
Oh.
I think it's relatively like. Let's see, what time did.
I wasn't really on the market for anything, I don't need any new TVs. I also don't have any other fucking steady source of income right now other than our Patreon and the people who are nice enough to get cameos from me. So even if I did need a new TV, definitely not fucking buying one right now. But I did dig in and buy I treated myself to 3 new Blu-rays. Let's see if you guys approve. I got Reservoir Dogs in 4K for $9.
That's a 5-dicker, and you can't pass up on that deal.
No, cannot. Not a 5-dicker. Not a good movie, but I still enjoy it. 1989's, I believe, The Wizard, starring Fred Savage.
And
that.
Ben Savage.
And that was, I believe, also $9. And then for $12, Shuddy Boy. Big Trouble in Little China.
Well, those are sound investments.
Yeah.
And Draven and I actually went to Quakertown Farmers Market yesterday.
Ooh, get any good discount meth?
No, but the video store was buy 2, get 3 used DVDs for free.
Oh, and that DVD store we went to?
Yep, let me go grab them because I forgot all the ones that I grabbed.
That place has good shit. I actually really enjoyed that. Geoff, have you barfed at all today while Shuddy's gone?
I haven't puked since Thursday. Maybe I did Friday morning, but no. I went through phases of sickness. That's why I don't think it's like food poisoning. It's sickness. Like I said, I puked Thursday, had like sniffles or more of a traditional sickness.
Oh, Christ. Shuddy has a stack.
Friday, Saturday, and today. I was pretty good yesterday. I think it was football on pulled pork.
It's only 5 DVDs. The Crow.
Ooh. Solid fucking flick. And underrated.
Great flick.
Underrated performance from Ernie Hudson in that movie.
For sure. One of, I know, Jeff's personal favorites, and also yours, I believe, Kevin.
Oh.
I might say that I believe Geoff has declared this film a 5-dicker.
Okay. The Cable Guy.
Oh, that is an absolute 5-dicker. And I would put that as I might put it on the Jim Carrey Mount Rushmore.
Then
that's actually like a whole podcast segment right there.
Yeah, for real.
The Meaning of Life.
Never seen it.
Neither have I. And it was free.
Can't beat that
It
price.
was one of the free ones.
I almost barfed. Whoa.
Crank, starring Jason Statham and Amy Smart.
Stifle.
That's the one where his heart's about to stop if he's not adrenalized.
Yeah, so he has to like get electrocuted and pork in public with Amy Smart
and snort lots of, I believe, coke as well. So that's we might actually watch this one tonight.
I got now I got to rewatch that. That movie was just panned for being too ridiculous, but I like too ridiculous. Fucking gimme Stifum doing mad coke off of Amy Smart's grundle and electrocuting himself. I'm in.
I mean, I was in the Jason Statham section, and I put down a double disc set of Transporter and Transporter 2 for Crank. So
can't hate on that decision. All right, what else you got?
And then Draven and I watched Tropic Thunder on Saturday night. So while we were in the action movie section in the Tom Cruise subsection, because it was referenced and neither one of us have seen it ever, Rain Man.
Interesting.
Good movie.
It is a good movie. I enjoy Rain Man.
Did you like it? How many Rain Man dicks would you suck?
Me? I'd say 4. I think I sucked 4 Rain Man dicks. It's that's got to be a dead category now, right? Like normal people playing mentally disabled people. Like, Hollywood is just fucking staying away from that live wire until the end of time. Unless it's like that Champions movie that Woody Harrelson did, where they just got a whole bunch of people with Down syndrome to play the special needs basketball team, but they're not fucking telling Dustin Hoffman to be on that team.
Dustin Ibarra.
Yeah, I think Johnny Knoxville ruined it for everybody.
Well, the Special Olympics, from what I remember, actually like gave that movie their blessing.
Because it was actually the Special Olympics in name, so that would have had to be trademark would have need to be cleared.
By the way, speaking of Dustin Ibarra, real quick, before we started recording MSPH today, I did get to watch the first cut of The Second Coming of John Cooper, and I know the Puminati has not yet been introduced to some of the cast members. There are 3 people in the movie that have been guests on MSPH, but Dustin Ibarra, holy shit!
Well, I know who the 3 are.
Damn, he was fucking great. Fucking great. Very excited to start whittling this down because.
Well, since you brought it up,
yeah,
you were nervous about seeing the first cut.
Yes, because
after watching the first cut, were those nerves reinforced, or are you feeling better than you thought you would?
I do feel better than I thought I would. There's a bit of that thing like I don't know, just like being unsure of yourself, like taking your first stab at something and then seeing it play out when you already know every word that's going to be spoken, you know what the next scene's going to be, you know how it all plays out. It's hard watching a movie for the first time where you know everything that's going to happen because you're not surprised by anything. You're not surprised by any plot twists. You know the punchlines. But there were still a handful of times where I laughed out loud at jokes that I wrote 5 years ago, jokes that we did, 10 takes of, and I've seen a million times. Like there's this, there's a couple montages in it because I'm a man who loves a good montage.
Who does not love a good montage?
And it was so fucking good. There's some takes where I was like, yeah, that's the take we're using, and it's hard when there's 100 and something scenes in the movie, and we did a shitload of takes of every single one of them, so you obviously can't remember 600 700 takes, but there were scenes where I was like, okay, yeah, I know that is not the take I wanted to use. There was a different one. sometimes the scenes end too early and it cuts off a joke. Sometimes they go on too long and they need to be trimmed. So there's some Frankensteining that needs to happen. This cut is 2 hours, which is way too long. I want a nice tight 90 minutes. So I'm going to do everything I can to get the runtime down. But I'm pumped. I'm excited.
You're feeling more confident.
Yeah.
Would that be a safe assessment?
Yeah. But it's also one of those things where I'm also realistic and
well, yeah, but I feel like you had a lot of concern going into watching the first cut, even though you knew it was going to be rough and it was going to be very unpolished. You were concerned that it was just going to be not good all the way around.
Well, that's what literally everybody I know who works in the industry and everybody that worked on this movie told me. They were like, the first cuts are brutal because every scene is way longer than it should be. It's the editor wants to give you the choice and show you everything that's being worked with, so they're not making any decisions to cut stuff, even though there were jokes that were cut. And I'm like, no, that one's going back in. I like that. I don't know how that ended up on the cutting room floor of the first go-around. But, I mean, everybody was like, yeah. Just remember to not spiral because no movie is good. No movie ever goes out on the first edit. There's still a ton of work to be done. But, I mean, it was nuts. It was nuts to come home today. I stayed at Carl's last night. It was fucking crazy to, while I was driving home, get the email being like, hey, here's a link to the first cut. And then just sit down and watch a movie I made. It was like I had to keep pausing it, obviously, because I took a fuckload of notes. So it wasn't like sitting down and watching it start to finish with no interruptions. But it's fucking wild. It's a wild sight to behold, man. I just watched a fucking movie I made.
That's awesome, dude.
I can't believe it. But I'm
gotta pump you up though.
We have to, when we take our break in between this show and the Patreon show, I do have a quick call because we're doing additional scenes on Wednesday. So there's still like this week out of nowhere just became a fucking batshit crazy week. Like I'm gonna be there's like a song that we have to record for the movie as well, so I have to do that this week. But I'm definitely curious to get everybody else's on the team's thoughts after they watched it, because it's tough when you're so familiar with it. Like I feel like a lot of times in filmmaking, you write a script. I mean, spec scripts are pretty much dead. So studios, they come up with the ideas, and they hire a writer and say, "Hey, write this movie we had an idea for." You have to crank that out in like 6 weeks, and then it goes straight into production. And you don't really have a time to sit there and, know it inside and out. And the same way I did, just spending 5 years tinkering and tweaking this script. So it's not as fresh, or it's not as like embedded in everybody else's head in the same way that it is in mine. They can watch things a little bit more objectively. But either way, fucking cool, man. And I think when people watch this, I'm not saying this as a knock to the other actors. It's only because you guys aren't familiar with them. But after hearing Dustin be on this show so many times, you guys are going to be pumped with this character. He fucking killed it. I mean, everybody killed it. It's just, man, I'm excited. I'm really pumped. So anyway.
That's awesome.
Oh, God. What next? I do want to throw a movie suggestion out to you, Shuddy Boy, and the Puminati, because I know you're big into martial arts movies.
This is the one that you texted me about, and I'm a real asshole and didn't respond to you, and so now you're bringing it to the court of public opinion.
No. I'm not. This isn't a throwing Shuddy under the bus thing. This is
no. I know, but I was in the middle of doing something when you text that to me, so I apologize for not responding.
There's this really, really obscure kung fu movie. I guess it's a wuxia movie, which is kind of The most popular example of that would be Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where people are doing things like if you watch Rumble in the Bronx, it's like, okay, if you have incredibly fast reflexes, you're flexible, you're fit as fuck, you can pull these things off that Jackie Chan is doing. But nobody can run up a bamboo shoot and have a sword fight standing on the tip of it. It's all the stuff that kind of bends reality and breaks the laws of physics. So there's this wuxia movie that I had seen a clip of that went viral on Twitter once. And this guy comes out in like a little wooden rowboat, and does a fight with the oars, and then these other two guys jump on each other and grab these like axles that have saw blades on the end of it and turn into like a little cart, and then they're shooting fire out of their fucking... It was the weirdest shit I've ever seen, but it was incredibly entertaining. And it has been impossible to find this thing. The best I did was one time I found a copy that somehow looked worse than VHS on Tubi, but it was dubbed in Spanish, and there were no subtitles. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to watch this. I will hold out hope that one day there will be a better way, because there's no physical copies of it. There's nowhere to rent it, like to pay to rent it. It finally went up on Freevee, and it's called... You got to search either Exciting Dragon or Drunken Dragon. But it is the most bonkers, batshit crazy, entertaining kung fu movie. It's very, very high on the list. And it's super fucking obscure. I think when I looked it up on Letterboxd, it had, I don't know, a couple hundred people have marked it as watched. But I would say if you enjoy kung fu movies, especially weird, fucking kooky shit, Exciting Dragon or Drunken Dragon, it's on Freevee right now as of November 27th. And I recommend imbibing some THC products, get yourself a little toasty, and enjoy. My gift to you. Did you gentlemen happen to check out any films in the past 7 days?
Tropic Thunder, as I said, but that was really it.
No new stuff?
Not since Ballad of Songbirds and of Snakes and Songbirds, or Songbirds and Snakes, whatever that fucking thing is called.
Yeah, the Hunger Plamps?
Yep, the Hunger Plamps.
I went and saw the new Paul Giamatti movie, The Holdovers. Have you guys seen any previews?
You see that with your family?
I saw it with my grandma. I tried to get a family movie gathering, and pretty much everybody told me to fuck off except for my nana. So I did really want to see Thanksgiving, the Eli Roth movie, before Thanksgiving, but I couldn't take my 85-year-old grandma to see that.
I saw that.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Not a fan?
It was pretty good.
Were the kills nasty?
Yeah, the kills were nasty. It was
Nice.
It was a standard Eli Roth film, which I'm lukewarm on, honestly. But if you like Eli Roth, you're probably gonna like this. I felt like it was a little like lighter or wittier than like Hostel, or what's his other one? Cabin Fever is kind of funny. That wasn't as I feel like serious or as gruesome as Hostel. So this was more. This had more comedic tones. It was kind of not like a whodunit, not like a mystery, but like you didn't know who the killer was until the end, and I thought they did a pretty good job of hiding who that was, even though I don't know, maybe someone like you could figure it out or would have thought of it first, but I didn't like it as much as the people that I went, or my brothers and my girl who all went to see it. They liked it more. I'd give it probably like a 3.
I mean, you're not also a giant horror movie guy, so a 3 from you is probably higher amongst horror movie junkies.
And I'm not like that into like cool kills. Like the horror that I'm going to be into is more like, I don't know, more like a thriller. like a Silence of the Lambs. Like I like that as more of a horror movie than
Then
like gruesome kills, cool kills.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the opposite. I like the mindless shit.
I mean, you'd probably love this then.
Eli Roth's kills are fucking nasty. I mean, the stuff in Hostel is gross. Even the stuff in the fake Thanksgiving trailer that they put in Grindhouse, between Planet Terror and Death Proof. Even that quick little preview was like, ooh, like someone got turned into a turkey, like they cut their limbs off and stuff and baked them, and there was shit stuffed in their ass or something like that. And then that gets like served on the dinner table. I was like, oh, that fucking upset me. I want to watch this.
How gruesome.
Well, there was no real violence in The Holdovers, but did you guys see the previews for this at all? Do you know what I'm even talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I have not seen I've seen a poster for it, so I'm familiar. But all I know is that it's got Pauly G in it.
Yeah, and it's directed by Alexander Payne, who directed Sideways. So it's him and Giamatti getting reunited. And, I mean, the story is basically like it takes place in 1970 at this New England upscale prep school for boys. And Giamatti is like the ball buster, by the book stickler, pain in everybody's ass teacher, and so much of the fact that he's also a pain in the ass to the faculty. So students hate him, faculty hates him, and they're shutting the school down for 2 weeks for Christmas break, and there's a handful of kids that don't have anywhere to go and no family to take them. So they get stuck at the school, and one faculty member has to hang behind to supervise it. And it's a little Dead Poets Society-ish, in a way. But holy shit. In-fucking-credible. I absolutely love this movie. It was so fucking good. Like the way it was shot to look like the 70s was done in a very accurate way. Giamatti knocks it out of the park. I mean, I've loved him since I first saw him in Private Parts. That goddamn motherfucking Howard Stern. You're the fucking Antichrist.
Dude, Pig Vomit's one of the greatest movie characters ever.
But like, I don't know. This is probably the best movie of 2023 so far. I'm a little gun shy because people might recall that I gave Evil Dead Rise 5 dicks after I saw it in theaters. And then I rewatched it.
Have you came down on that?
I did. Not by much. I only circumcised it. I took half a dick off. So it's a 4.5 dicker. It still kicks ass. I docked it points because it's a little slow to get going. But still kicks ass. But I need another viewing. This could jump up to a 5 dicker, but The Holdovers was fucking great. The main kid in it, I don't think he's ever acted in anything before. Somebody saw him do a high school play and plucked him that way. So I don't think he's ever done anything TV. He's never done another movie. And he was the supporting lead in this, and he crushed it. And Divine Joy Randolph is in it, and she fucking crushed it. Giamatti crushed it. I could see this bastard snagging quite a few Oscars. I would be surprised if it doesn't. So I will tentatively suck 4.75 dicks. But it's probably a 5 dicker. I just need a rewatch to confirm it. I don't want to Evil Dead Rise myself again. And I bought the tickets the night before for my grandma and I to go, and we were the only people in it because I think we went.
How long was it?
It's like 2 hours. It was I think a Wednesday, so it was a Wednesday early afternoon showing.
I kind of like these movies, these kind of movies. Like it gives me the vibe of like Scent of a Woman, which I love. 5 dicker. Hooah.
Tits. Hooah. I know it's always a fool's errand to make a prediction like this, but this strikes me as a Jeff Clark kind of movie. I think you
Nice.
I think you would fuck with this. Like
I
Giamatti,
trust your recommendation on this.
his character is at the same time so fucking lovable and such like an obnoxious cunt. It's
Sounds like me.
and the way he tears people down since he's an academic, it's so dweeby, but you're still like, ooh, that kind of stings. Point Giamatti. He fucked that guy up.
He doesn't use vulgarity or anything.
Oh yeah,
Just kind of a dick.
he
Or
uses,
does he?
He uses some vulgarity, yeah.
Oh, nice. All right.
And it's very entertaining. This is like I feel like these are like Paul Giamatti's kind of movies. I guess Alexander Payne movies. But
Yeah.
fucking kicks ass. If you go see the Holdovers, you will not be disappointed. Fucking rules. And I thought it was just going to be myself and my grandma in this theater. And then a few people showed up. And my grandma, for the past 15 years, has had a relentless cough, which used to be annoying. And now that COVID's a thing, an 85-year-old lady who doesn't stop coughing makes everybody nearby nervous. So she was fucking hacking up along through the whole movie. She wanted to get there in time to see the previews because she loves previews for some reason. And she had to, when the movie got like dead silent after the preview ends, had to get a one-sentence review in for every single one of them. To the point where, when you go see a movie at AMC, they shove like 18 trailers down your throat. And I think the 3 other people in the theater were just waiting for my Nana's input every time because it started getting laughs, and she didn't even know it. She's kind of like Butters. She has no internal monologue. Every thought that pops in her head, she's blurting it at full fucking volume.
She's like Butters.
Yeah. Good shit. But yeah, I'm going to go see... I have to go make a solo trip to see Thanksgiving at some point during the week. Carl, we already have movie plans for tomorrow night. We're going to go see the new Nick Cage movie, Dream Scenario. Because that leaves...
Is that the A24 movie?
Yeah.
Where is that out already?
Yeah, it's been out, and it's like a quick pop-in. Because we were going to go see it this weekend, and we were looking at times. It's not in any theater. So we were like, all right, we got to see it during the week. And
it looks fucking awesome. The trailer, they showed that trailer during before Thanksgiving. I was like, whoa, this looks fucking sick.
And it's getting really good reviews. So
I figured it was coming out later. It was Dream Scenario, it's called, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to see if it's around me.
Yeah, I have to see that
that
before it leaves theaters as a Nick Cage junkie. And then this coming weekend, Carl, for some reason, has been on a massive Godzilla kick, which seems kind of out of character for her, but she keeps watching Godzilla movies and then texting me about it. And the new Japanese Godzilla movie is in LA theaters starting this weekend.
Is that Godzilla -1?
Yeah. So,
I think I'm going to go see that with my brothers next Tuesday. I plan on seeing Killers of the Flower Moon. That's what it's called? Killers of the Flower Moon?
yeah.
I'm going to go see that this week. So I'll have that to review next week. And then, again, I think I should be hitting up the Godzilla -1 the following Tuesday. Yeah, it doesn't look like any the Dream Scenario is playing by in Long Beach. Let me look again. Yeah, the closest is Huntington Beach.
Ooh. Fuck that.
Yeah. Or the South Bay Galleria, which is that's a mission. That's where I used to live. But I kind of want to see this movie, so I'm interested in hearing. You're going, Carl?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm interested in getting your guys' review because it looks awesome. And I'm not really an A24 guy. I'm not as anti-A24 as Shuddy, but I'm definitely not pro A24, but it looks good.
I wanted to throw a half-assed idea out to you guys and get your thoughts on it.
Love it.
So this idea kind of popped into my head when Deep Voice Mike and Ginger were in town, and I took them to City Walk, and we were kind of poking around the comic store they have there. And I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on if you think there are enough entries for another bracket to do the coolest fictional vehicle. Like,
so it'd be like the Back to the Future DeLorean.
yeah. The DeLorean,
vehicle.
the
Okay.
Batmobile.
What did you think he said, Geoff?
I thought it was like a clever word for like story is what he meant by it.
Oh,
Like, we're gonna do a bracket of the greatest stories ever? Like, ugh, it's a tall task.
Yeah. That's a little too broad.
Yeah, all right, vehicle. So Batmobile. I mean, you could do like you might be able to do like a whole Batmobile region. I mean, how many of them are there? I guess they're not. Like, it's hard for me to remember the difference between Batman 2. Is that Batman Forever? Which one? Is Batman 2 technically Batman Forever?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know the difference between Batman Forever, that Batmobile,
Oh, no,
and Batman and
no.
Robin.
I fucked up. It's Batman, Batman Returns,
yes.
Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, or did I mix up those last two?
That's what it is, I think. That sounds right.
So Batman Returns was still Tim Burton. He did the first two.
Yes.
Yep. I can't remember the difference. I know the first Batmobile. I could tell you the Christopher Nolan Batmobile. I could tell you the Adam West Batmobile. So those were the three that I would submit. Then you have the DeLorean. That's another one. What are some other ideas?
The Ninja Turtle van, the party van.
Yep.
That one's cool as fuck. The Millennium Falcon.
How about the X-Men? What's the X-Men?
The jet?
Plane that they
what do they
use?
call it? The Quinjet, or is that the Avengers?
Quinjet is the Avengers, but X-Men's plane.
I mean, if you get
It's an X-Men Blackbird is what it's called.
oh, I mean, I am not a motorcycle guy, but Kaneda's red bike from Akira is one of the coolest looking things I've ever seen. Kit from Knight Rider. Man, you're really digging for gold there, Geoff. Jesus Christ. You're muted.
Let me shut off my fucking camera. I can't. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do here. I have more digging to do. As a matter of hold on.
Look, all I'm saying is the Puminati's going to call me out if I don't be like, Jesus Christ, Geoff, you and your fucking booger snot mining. Man, my shit doesn't work.
I'm playing through sickness. All right, Puminati, come on. Be on my side for once.
I don't know. Can you think of any more entries? Kit from Knight Rider.
Kit from Knight Rider is a big one.
I don't watch a lot of Knight Rider, though, to be honest.
I don't either, but I know the gist of it. It was basically a fucking talking car. I mean, a James Bond car. I feel like that can just be its own thing. Like, you just get a car.
An Aston Martin?
Yeah, an Aston Martin that'll shoot missiles and has an oil slick and, you know, can throw a blue shell. Oh, a
How
Mario
about
Kart.
Cole Trickle's NASCAR car in Days of Thunder?
I mean, that's not really fictional.
It's also not cool
Fair
either.
Yeah, we're gonna have to workshop this some more because
Yeah.
I am struggling past this point.
If anybody in the Puminati has any suggestions that we missed, if there's any way we can round this out and make a bracket,
Oh,
I feel like
I'm
that
sure they do.
that could be a fun one. I know there's got to be some glaring ones we're missing. But also, if it's too deep of a cut, then that is kind of lame too.
That's kind of how I feel about the Knight Rider car. It's like, I think for people pretty much my age or older, it's like not that deep of a cut. But anyone younger, it's like, what? Knight Rider? Like, I've never seen Knight Rider. Legitimately, I've never seen it. I don't know. I know the theme song kind of, but
You should watch it. It's the Hoff at his best, some might say.
I know.
And I mean, fucking Kit. Ugh. Kit is why I like Camaros and Firebirds so much. And because of that show, I always wanted to drive a car in and out of the back of a tractor trailer while it was moving.
Do you think you could pull it off?
Yeah, I know I could pull it off.
Geoff,
I have 100% confidence in it.
If there was a tractor trailer driving down the 101 and it had its ramp down, do you think you could catch up and drive up the ramp and get into the cargo hold, so to speak?
I think I could, yeah.
I don't think you could.
When you start getting
Why
that,
wouldn't you?
when you start getting the fuck you money from the second coming of John Cooper, you can treat us all to a day of doing that somewhere. Just driving a Firebird into the back of a ramp into the back of a tractor trailer as it goes down a lonely stretch of desert highway.
Yeah, maybe I can springboard from John Cooper to a TV show where the three of us test out ideas we come up with and we just die in season 1. I think Geoff, you would fuck that up. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, all three of us would fuck it up. Because you'd have to be going pretty fast. Let's say the semi is going 60 miles an hour. 55. You have to be going faster than that to catch up to it. But then once you get on the ramp, then you're just going to like fly, right? And won't that just ramp you through it?
Because it's still, the tractor trailer is still moving at 50. If the tractor trailer is going 50 miles an hour and you're going 55 to get in, it's still going 50 miles an hour when you hit that ramp. So
I don't
you
think
won't
so.
jump.
I don't think so.
I mean, this is something we should test. We should figure out how to fund it and test it.
All right, everybody, please sign up. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Help this fund so the three of us can kill each other, trying to make a point. Which is truly the only way the three of us can go out.
I like this idea to make it a reality show where we try to one-up each other with crazy, stupid stuff.
I really
God damn it, leave me the fuck alone.
I'm telling you, man, once you get up on the semi is going 65, but the floor of the bed isn't. That's why like if you're on top of a semi and you jump, you're still traveling at 55 miles an hour. So you're not going to jump and suddenly the semi gets away from you and you're going to land on the ground and splat. You're still moving that fast, so you can jump over shit and land back on it. But a car driving up the ramp, the second you get off the freeway, you're now going 60 miles an hour on, a 12-foot ramp. A car going 60 miles an hour is going to travel 12 feet very quickly. You're getting launched right through that fucking semi, Shuddy boy. Are you looking up to see somebody do it in a movie? All right, fine. Ignore me. What do I care?
My math is right based on the internet. That it is the ramp and the trailer are still moving at 50 miles an hour. So you're only even though you're only going 5 miles an hour faster than that is moving forward. So
yeah, we're going to have to test this out. Not it. Okay.
Dude, I'm down. I'll fucking test it out. Make me that guy.
I think you're a dead man, Geoff. I don't think that's going to work out the way you think it will. All right, well.
Fucking land it. Not a pussy like you.
In the meantime, we got a little bit of time before we head off to Patreon land. But not much. So, fuck! Where's the fucking button? Damn it! Here it is.
Voicemails, yay!
Let's check in with the fucking Puminati. Let's see who wants to call me a pussy this week. Okay.
Who doesn't?
What is happening here? Hold on. Please don't. Please don't. Wait. I'm going to get ahead of this problem. Unplug, reinsert, play.
This is Demon Meatus here. I got a random brain question. What turns your poop color? I just shit green today. I had a corned beef sandwich at Mountain Dew yesterday, man. Mountain Dew ain't turning my shit green. Help me out. Later.
So, I could tell that was a little quiet for you guys.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Demon Meatus.
His shit turned green, and all he ate was a turkey sandwich and some Mountain Dew.
Yeah, he wants to know what will change the color of your shit.
I mean, something in your belly that isn't food. Maybe you were sick. Maybe, too much
I
semen.
thought it was food dye. Whenever I eat dark matter brownie batter ice cream from Afters, my shit turns green or sometimes even blue. Actually, Cookie Monster is when it turns blue. Dark matter brownie batter is when it turns green.
I would like to formally put in a request. Next time you eat Cookie Monster, please text me a picture of your blue turds.
Okay.
I'm just curious
Well,
how blue.
I'm thinking about getting some Afters tonight. So maybe I'll be sending you a late night text with my
Sick.
blue or green poop.
Fuck yeah. I haven't told the story in a while, but one time back in the day, do you guys remember Trim Spa? And like Anna Nicole Smith was hawking it. It was like a weight loss pill.
Yeah, like Stacker 2.
Yeah. Trim Spa was like massive for a minute. And I had this, I still have it now and it's much bigger, but back then I had a tiny little belly pouch that I wanted to get rid of without putting in any effort. So I ordered some Trim Spa to try it out. And it made me feel like I was on crack. And then it turned my poop red. And it smelled like a pile of dead lobsters. It was real bad. Like, bad to the point where that day I stopped taking Trim Spa. Because I was like, I don't want to take these stinky red shits anymore. They're terrible.
Pussy.
And I think that one time, Shuddy, when we did St. Patrick's Day at Dom's place, and then went to the Tally Ho, and I had people take a staple gun and staple shamrocks to me. In Dom's backyard, I drank a bottle of green food dye and then chugged a giant thing of V8 and barfed all over the place. And I pooped green for a while after that.
You did the puke thing before the bar.
Yeah. So, Demon Meatus, there's a couple ways of changing the color of your shit. You can go Geoff's way and eat ice cream.
Yeah. Well, eat something with I forget, green dye or blue dye. Maybe it's some Mountain Dew, right? I mean, it seems like a straightforward answer.
Yeah. That could have been it. I don't know. Demon Meatus, you should have taken that poop in one of those boxes and sent it off to a poop scientist. I've seen commercials for that. It exists. But now that I'm looking at the time, I have to join a meeting in 5 minutes. So
I think we went for an hour and 50 though.
With the Easter egg, yeah, we did pretty well.
Sorry I couldn't come up with another argument for us to have like last week. In your fucking Korean barbecue nonsense. Or our Korean barbecue nonsense.
Yeah.
But
we'll figure
I don't
something
know.
out. Don't worry. Geoff and I will have another incredibly petty, insignificant argument for everybody to weigh in on shortly. It's in our nature, after all. But thank you all for listening. And if you feel like supporting the homies and getting more MSPH in your life, please check out our Patreon. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. It got revamped. There are now categories up at the top where if you're on the $10 tier and all the other additional shows we do have all been lumped together, much easier to navigate. We even made it so if you want to get a Puminati pop socket, a poop socket if you will, there's an image there that you can download and upload it and make your own things. And we got cut out as the middleman, but it was too goddamn expensive. If we were going to order them ourselves, you buy them from us and then we ship it to you, it would have been ripping you off. So cut us out. Make your own poop sockets. That's there on the Patreon along with a fucking avalanche of shows and content. And you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
Geoff R Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. And at John Cooper Movie. And you can also watch this. YouTube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. And if you need some sports bets, Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark. Check it out.
That's right, baby. NFL Week 13 coming up. Might do a college conference championship podcast, but definitely the NFL. So tune into that, please. Subscribe, rate, download, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Check it out. Sports Apocalypse Week 13. Point.
Wow. Nice. Way to hype everyone up.
That's what I do. I'm basically a cheerleader.
Yeah.
I'm like Dolly Parton. I'm Dolly Parton, you guys.
Progressive cheerleader. Now they have cheerleaders of all sexes and genders. So he'd be perfect for nowadays.
Yeah. Come out to the game at Wrigley Stadium and watch me shake my Nougatos.
Come on.
For the Boston Browns? I don't know.
It's Wrigley Field, and you know where that is, right?
Boston.
Come on.
That's Fenway, Kevin.
Well, I'm embarrassed.
All
right.
I mean, you should be. Wrigley Field is like the
it's like a cathedral.
What was it called in A League of Their Own? Maybe he knows it by that name.
Yep. We can't keep talking about baseball. I'm minutes away from being late for my meeting.
Oh, that's right. You have a meeting. Also, quick shout out to Andy Cannoli Mike, who's made it through 118 of the Patreon episodes since they've gone into collections.
Jesus, what a marathon. He's going to hate that one where we talk about cannolis. Anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. Thank you for supporting Mad Scientist Party Hour. We truly appreciate you all. And until next time, something!